Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al getting in contact with you guys. I'm going to be talking to you about Zebec. You know, great things have been going on this year. Zebec is getting ready to have an opportunity to do a great presentation uh, in Davos, Switzerland. So a lot of other great things are going on. Zebec is still doing its thing. So one of the things we understand. Oh yeah, I think also in the month of March, Zebec is going to finally have all of its token unlocks. So all the Zebec itself will be uh, totally non-inflationary. So a lot of great things that are going on with Zebec. But remember, whatever we say on the channel is not financial advice. However, we just ask you to like and subscribe to us. We are growing, and we just ask you to grow with us. We really appreciate you guys as you watch us on our journey. So let's just go ahead and start looking at Zebec a little bit, seeing what's up with it right now. Currently, Zebec is down just a little bit, about 6%. One of the things I did notice, though, that it's back at 0.003. It was at 0.002, and I think some of us were scooping the heck of it out of it at that particular time, just making sure that we could get our DCA in real good. So just a little bit of a thought on that. Let's just go ahead and start looking at how things are measuring out over the week as well. Over the week, if you notice, Zebec is up 11%, so that is very good. Unless you know that this is definitely not a quote dead crypto, it's definitely moving very well. Over the month, Zebec is how can I say at about 7 to 8%. So not a whole lot of how can I say movement down. Mostly a little bit of movement up, not a lot, but a little bit of movement up. Let's take a look at what's happened over the year, over the last 365 days. Over the last 365 days, Zebec has more than tripled. So to give you a heads up on what's going on, if that was a stock, we would be shouting, hallelujah. So one of the things that we have to understand is that in the crypto world, a lot of times we're dealing with instant gratification. But like I said, if you bought Zebec last year or 12 months ago, and you're looking at the profits of how can I say Zebec more than tripling, so that means you did pretty well, even though a lot of things have been going on in the market where a lot of people have been upset. If you bought Zebec last year, the same time, you would not be upset. You would be happy, or at least you very much should be happy. Just like I said, we're not financial advice, but we're just mentioning that information as well. Overall, Zebec is up just a little bit, which really is encouraging because that means that we got a heck of a lot of potential and a long ways to go. Thank goodness for those of us who may be new to it. Not myself, I'm not new, but to Zebec. But if you're new to Zebec, you still have an opportunity to get in there before, how can I say, the price gets to the point where you're not going to be able to make multiple profits. But in this case, should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and look. I should say pretty well. Let's go ahead and look at the market right now. Overall, the market is at 3.14 trillion. Fear and greed is about in the middle. Bitcoin is a little bit under 100,000 at 92. Ethereum is over 3,000. And let's see if there's anything worth looking. Of course there is, but at the same time, sometimes we get a little bit curious. Avalanche is still down below $13. Chronos is under 10 cents at about 9 cents and change. Polkadot under $2. I'm just looking at the overall market and noticing there's still several quote bargains here. Aptos being under $2 as well. Quant is at 81. That's always pretty good, especially when it's under 100. So the only thing I'm pointing out, guys, is that there are still a lot of great bargains in the market. And so keep your eyes open. Now let's go ahead and look right here. We got some Bitcoin dominance. The dominance is a little stronger than I thought it was, but right here at 59%, that means we're pretty dominant there. Ethereum's not looking too bad either, though. So if we could just see some movement maybe later on, might be in a little bit of a better shape. Things are not bad, like I said, but at the same time, we don't really know whether we have a super strong catalyst that's really going to make any astounding moves. But let's just go ahead and start looking at maybe a little bit of information on Zebec. Of course, we know that Zebec right here. Let's go to the X site, also formerly known as Twitter. Talking about the AI-based PayFi and RWA, real-world asset Zebec. So let's go ahead and look a little bit. This is something says from January 19th through 21. It said Zebec is going to be at the it's going to be a World Economic Forum. I'm going to raise this up a little bit so you can see the full screen. See if I can get this. I noticed that there is no noise, but you can see right here that Zebec is going to be at the World Economic Forum. Davos is definitely a beautiful place in Switzerland, where all your, like the largest, how can I say, the economic leaders of today and tomorrow are meeting. So if you're ever interested, Zebec is making some great moves. Whenever you get a chance to go to the World Economic Forum and speak on, crypto and speak on the power of Zebec for payroll, guys, I'm just going to say it like this. Just like you see that mountain right there, you're looking at the peak of economic, how can I say, advancement, as far as like whenever you got the opportunity to see something like that, it's pretty incredible. We got to make absolutely sure that, trying to see if I can say this the right way, but we got to make absolutely sure that we are acknowledging the fact that Zebec is doing such a fantastic job in that. Not everybody gets a chance to go to the World Economic Forum and speak, but I think I got a little bit of information here as well. This is from Zebec Junior 79. I'm going to read this very carefully, and I'm not going to try to make this a long video, but this is the main reason why I was really wanted to talk about Zebec today, because of the fact that this is such a huge event. So it says Zebec Network has officially been invited to the World Economic Forum, WEF, annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland from January 19th through 21st. The team, including the CEO, will be engaging directly with global leaders, policymakers, institutions, and innovators to discuss how crypto-powered payments and PayFi are revolutionizing the future of global finance. This is huge for Zebec and the entire ecosystem. Why does it matter? It says why it matters. Davos is where the world's elite shape economic agendas. Think heads of states, central bankers, major banks, stablecoin issuers like Circle and fintech giants, Zebec's real-time streaming payroll, cross-border payments, debit cards in 97 plus countries, FedNow integrations, and AI-driven PayFi align perfectly with the World Economic Forum's focus on innovation, tokenization, RWAs, and bridging TradeFi with blockchain. Being in these high-level rooms signals massive institutional validation and opens doors to partnerships, regulatory nods, and explosive real-world adoption. No more just talking about the future of money. Zebec is in the conversation, positioning Zebec as a leader in seamless, compliant, instant value flows. Says this isn't hype. its momentum towards mainstream utility and growth. So they're saying who's bullish on Zebec heading into this catalyst. And of course, this is an absolutely rhetorical question because we know that everybody that is looking at that information should be, how can I say, extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. Should have the horns on and everything, right? That's well, bull horns. No, I'm not talking about the devil horns. All right, let me leave that alone. All right, let's go to, of course, the final part we want to look at. Do not forget the Zebec network as far as like where real time meets real world. This is a nice little website. Gives you all the information that you need. Just a quick reminder of the way money moves. Building decentralized infrastructure since 2024. 500 million annual payroll volume. 250 plus enterprise clients. 50,000 plus monthly users on and off chain, and 18 plus chains and 150 plus tokens integrated. We're not going to go into everything about Zebec, but we know that you got your Zebec cards, your Zebec payroll, got your financial, application app that has just recently been created. So Zebec is really on fire. Maybe not necessarily from the standpoint of just seeing something go straight up, but at the same time, Zebec is on fire to the extent that they're going to, how can I say, they're getting the exposure that they need. Anytime you go into Davos, and also, guys like me and others, or, seeing the need to express the excitement for Zebec, it is worth it. And it's definitely something that we see a need to talk about. Really happy to take out the time to talk about Zebec, especially now that it is making these leaps and bounds. So look for Zebec to do great things in the future. I'm not looking for anything to sporadically or immediately come forward right away, but I guarantee you, Zebec, this is our winner. Zebec is going to be one of the winners of 2026. So anytime you see a dip, scoop it up. Al, Real Life Investing, talking about a winner, talking about Zebec. Happy to talk about Zebec. This is, I don't want to insult anyone and call this a no-brainer, but in my opinion, anytime this goes below 0.003, no-brainer to pick it up. Have a great one. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.